Hey, are you familiar with this card? No? Trust me, you will be. Salutations, everyone! How are you doing today? I hope you're great. My name is Pietro, and in today's video, I'm going to be playing a brew that I made, which I like to call Draw 3 Tribal. And the reason that we are going to try to play something like this, and if you are familiar with the metagame, the deck itself is not going to seem too different from things like maybe the blue-black control deck that has been floating around, or even like some versions of blue-black Pjey or blue-black Abjure, blue-black Artifacts, all of those things. I just kind of grabbed some aspects from each one of the decks and just sort of mashed them together. So this is a control deck, and it is a control deck that aims to generate card advantage by playing the Ichor Wellspring, Cryogen Relic, and Eviscerator's Insight Fanatical Offering draw package. But why is this a draw 3 tribal? Because we are playing 4 Sneaky Snackers, very good in decks like these, also very good just as a sacrifice for these draw spells. But we are also playing Kami of Jealous Thirst, and if you haven't seen this card before, it's a 3-mana 1/3 with Death Touch that you can pay 5 mana to drain your opponent for 2 once a turn, but if you have drawn 3 or more cards, you don't pay anything, it's free. So if you draw 3 cards in a turn, say like your card for the turn plus Eviscerator's Insight, you can already play the Kami of Jealous Thirst and immediately drain your opponent for 2. And this gives the deck, or decks like these, a pretty good reach plan where you play this, and if the board is stalled or if you're in a position where you are controlling your opponent's board, you can just continuously drain your opponent. And even if you're not drawing 3 cards a turn, you can do something like draw 3 cards during your turn, then activate it, pass the turn to your opponent, and then just activate it for mana if it's a really long game. I really like the idea. I don't know how good it's gonna be. I sort of started all over the place and I went and started cutting some stuff from the deck. So we are playing Snackers, Kami, Modern Age, and Gurmag Angler as our beaters and win conditions. I am playing, it's not showing here for some reason, but I am playing the full 4 Lorien Revealed alongside 17 lands. And then we have some fun-off one-offs in the deck. 1 Dispel, 1 Unexpected Fangs, and 1 Suffocating Fumes. Just cards that are in general pretty good. And to complement that, we are playing Cast Downs and Snuff Outs as main deck removal. Then in the sideboard, I got 5 Blue Blasts, an extra Unexpected Fangs, 3 Fairy Macabres for the graveyard decks, a couple Extracta Confessions and Arms of Hadar, and a couple Thorn of the Black Rose for those really grindy matchups like Jund, where you really want to have something to just try and go over the top of them. I don't know how this is gonna go. I'm just gonna jump into the league. I have tried no preparation games, nothing of the like. There are definitely things that I could be going different. Or rather, I could be going in a different direction. I could be going for like a Brainstorm package where Brainstorm by itself would trigger Snacker and Kami. But then I think that deck would look much more like maybe some sort of blue-black terror deck. And I really wanted to try the Kami with the package of the draw spells and the Snackers. So if you enjoy videos like these, make sure to leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to reach 500 before the end of the year, and we are pretty well on our on our run so far. So that's it, and let's battle. All right, welcome to round number 1. We are on the draw against Sallon. I cannot keep this. It has no lands. This, on the other hand, has lands and is actually pretty good. I do think that... What am I getting rid of here? I want the lands. I probably want the draw spell. Maybe just get rid of Snacker and try to play a more control-y early game. Let's see what we are against. Opponent starts with Ice Tunnel. Okay, so we are probably in a mirror match of some sort. Counterspell is interesting. I do get to hold that up turn 2 if I feel like I need 2. I Stunno into basic island. Ponder. So this is likely blue-black terror. And they're just passing the turn with a mana up. They did not shuffle, which is important to note. So I think I'm just gonna play one of my artifacts here. I'll probably go with the Wellspring first. And the reason I'm gonna do this is that if they are the only thing that gets me here is Spell Pierce, and sure, it does suck, but if they had something else like a cantrip or a Lorien or something like that, I wanted to just get the game underway. And again, maybe I should have played it more patient and not done anything since I didn't need to. But then if I just pass the turn and my opponent gets to untap and keep their lands up, it's also not great for me. So we got by the Spell Pierce. It is what it is. I'm gonna pop the graveyards here real quick. Would love to hit a land drop. Great. Unfortunately, I can't really do anything now. Oh no, I guess that's not true. But I can't really play Cryogen Relic plus Counterspell. So I guess I'm, again, just passing the turn. And so is our opponent. I guess yeah, that's fine. I'll just play a Snacker. Okay, that resolved. And now I have a creature in play, which allows me to attempt to, I'll just try to Eviscerators Insight it. And if opponent wants to counterspell, that's fine by me. Ooh, that resolved? So not only did we draw 2 cards, we also just straight up blanked their cast down. Because our Snacker is still in play. Yep, so it is blue-black terror. There's the terror. That is very good. I guess I'll just do that immediately. Okay. Opponent, I feel like opponent made a mistake, right? So because I didn't pay the ward yet. Oh no, never mind. Opponent played it correctly. I do need to pay now. Otherwise, yeah. Okay. So we got the terror out of play. Unfortunately, we are still not hitting land drops, but neither is our opponent. And we got to trade 2 for 2 against their terror, even though it cost us a little bit of life. Land. Still no land. So guess I'll try the Cryogen Relic. Okay, that just resolved. Another relic. Okay. Attack. I get to pass again here. Hold up. Fanatical Offering or Cast Down, depending on what our opponent wants to do. Yeah, and I am going to Fanatical Offering here on the end step. Don't care too much if this gets countered. I get my extra card regardless. Sure. So draw off of Cryogen. Great, there's a land. And there's another land. I guess I'll play the Swamp first. Get in for attacks. Should have probably played the island here, right? I'll just play the Cryogen. Resolved again. That's great. Ooh, punished. So I guess I'll cast my Angler. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Guess I'll leave up a blue. Okay, that's fine. If our opponent has like a cast down or something to hit our Gurmag Angler, I don't care. Sure. Resolves. I have another Angler in hand, and I just feel like this Snacker is gonna go a long way. Okay, so opponent is playing blue-black, but they are also playing Thought Scours. Take a draw. Ooh, this spell is really good. I'll just keep chipping in for 2 damage. And I just have a hand that is full of interaction. I even get to go Eviscerator's Insight on the Relic at the end of turn and hold up this spell, and opponent concedes. Okay. Alright, so that was ideal. Extract a Confession comes in, Suffocating Fumes gets to go. I'm not too worried about that. Thorn of the Black Rose seems pretty good. Dispel is good. The Unexpected Fangs are probably good, but they are only good with the Gurmag Anglers, right? I guess I can cut it. 62. The Kami of Jealous Thirst is probably going to be very good, both as just a creature that trades and as the reach that I mentioned earlier. It is a win condition in and of itself. So I have the draws, I have Extract a Confession, have the Snackers. Guess I'll trim. I imagine they're going to bring in some sort of graveyard hate. So I guess I get to trim like a Gurmag, maybe even 2. Just try to beat down. Yeah, that seems fine. I'm not too concerned about Fermacabre. If they have anything, it's probably going to be like a deep analysis or something along those lines. This is again a 1-land hand. I'll mulligan. Opponent kept their hand. And this is fine. I'll probably just get rid of a land and go, yeah. Opponent mulligan to 6 as well and capped. So I'm just going to keep this. So I get to go Aquifer into something turn 2. Okay, opponent starts off with a Ponder, no shuffle. There's our Aquifer, pass the turn, and they pass holding up Counterspell. That is fine, I'll just play a Snacker. If you want to counterspell my Snacker, go for it. Thought Scour, they discard a no? A no? Why a no? Oh, because of the artifacts? Okay, that does make sense. So they did hit a bunch of stuff there. Yeah, they already can cast their Terror for 1. Is there another one? Dang. Double Terror on 3. And they are still holding up a mana? That's not ideal. So, what am I trying to do here? Probably just like block, cast the Offering. Yeah, that was a very fast start. The Ponder into the double Terror, Ponder into Thought Scour into double Terror is rough. Okay, so I'll do the thing. I'll block here, attempt to sacrifice. I'm just looking for more pieces of interaction here, honestly. Okay, they did have a Dispel, so I take 5. That's not great. Ooh, and there's another Serpent. Wow. We can just die. Yeah, so everything is bad. I'm just gonna make the aggressive play. I'm gonna go Relic and try to hit an untapped land. We missed, so we are just dead. Now, you could say, oh, why didn't... Oh, I didn't mean to reveal my hand. You could have said something like, oh, why didn't you try to like kill one of the creatures? Because I think that's a losing play. I kill one of the creatures, I get hit for like 11, and then the game continues, except I don't have a land drop and I don't have anything else. I was not a fan. This, on the other hand, seems like a very good hand against this matchup in particular. Our opponent mulliganed again, but we just have interaction, land drops, scholars, and we are on the play. Very important against a tempo deck. Am I trying to... They have shown that they have so much stuff, right? Am I trying to play a Modern Age now? I don't think so. I think I'm fine. I get to hold up Pretend Counterspell, and probably just Lorien revealed at the end of turn. Okay, so they did Thought Scour, but they milled 2 lands. I'll cycle here, and I'll get another Aquifer. That's good. That means that I get to go Thorn next turn. Take a draw. I will just discard a land. One of the good things about playing a version like the one that we are playing is that while normally Snuff Out very good, it's very good against our opponent, but not very good against us. So that is a big thing. All right, so we drew a Cryogen Relic. Now we have our Modern Age trigger. I feel like I just discard another land, and I will play the Cryogen Relic here. They just go Counterspell, sure. Not great, because I don't get to fight back, but that's fine. If we draw some sort of draw spell, I get to do it on the Modern Age if I need. 1 terror is fine. Another terror starts to become a problem. Wow. Okay. Sure. Triple terror is rough. So I get to kill one of those right away. Dead. Okay. Drawing a land is pretty good. Unfortunately, I don't feel safe playing the Thorn of the Black Rose, which means that I am just going to extract a Confession. We get to kill another terror, but then I don't get to do anything about the last one. Yeah, that's rough. So I am taking 5 damage here. Yeah, I am taking 5 damage here. Triple terror. Okay, Mental Note gets rid of a no and another island. Land drop. Opponent still with 2 cards in hand. Okay, Eviscerator's Insight is fine. So now I am probably just passing the turn, chumping, casting Eviscerator's Insight. The ward is so annoying here. Do I just want to try and do this now? Yeah, sure. Ah, come on, do you really have it? God, last card. All right, we're in trouble. Big trouble here. So let's see what is our opponent's pieces of interaction here. What are our opponent's pieces of interaction here? You're gonna hardcastle. Oh, that's bad, bad, bad for us. Ah, where were you last turn? Yikes. Yeah, this is very bad. Yeah, unfortunately, I think I'm just forced into playing the Monarch here. And I really need to draw something like, I don't even know, honestly. Snuff out? Brainstorm. God. So they get a dude. I guess I let it happen. Snuff out? Not snuff out. Rough. So many birds. Okay. They did not shuffle. That's not great for me. Wow. Yep. That's bad. But they do not attack, which does make sense. So I guess I'll Island Cycle. And I need a lot of help here. That's not it. Yeah, the deep analysis was not good for me either. I need to hit a removal spell now. Removal spell. Okay. Draw spell is not great. Are you just gonna get in with the birds? Okay. So I get to kill the terror, kill one of the birds, take 2 damage, go to 4. But then my opponent takes, yeah. Not hitting any more removal is probably what's gonna kill me here. Lord. Yeah, and having the cantrips is rough because our opponent just digs so much more than us. We are stuck with raw card advantage that we don't really get to use profitably. And we're probably just gonna die to these birds. The 4th Tolarian Terror. Yeah, I feel like I am likely just gonna die to the birds here. Is this a Gurmag Angler? Feels like a Gurmag Angler. Yep. Do you have another creature too? Another Gurmag. Yeah, I think we lost this game on the triple terror turn. Because if it's only 2 and we get to kill both of them, clear the board, and just move on with our life, I feel like we have the game in the bag. But now I'm in a situation where my opponent just completely stabilized. Yeah, I'm fine conceding here. I do think we had an advantage there in game number 3. But our opponent just had an absolutely insane draw. And even having like the last counterspell on that crucial turn, it just completely messed up our flow. Well, let's try to continue with our league. We are now on the play against BuddyTheFrog. I'm going to mulligan a 1-land hand. A no-land hand, rather. This is fine. I'll get rid of the Unexpected Fangs. I don't feel like it's doing as much good here. And I plan on just going like Lorien into Snacker. So it's a blue deck. Let's grab an island. Okay, that's fine. Play the Snacker. Okay, opponent cycles their Lorien revealed 2 for just a basic island. Okay. Oh, and it's High Tide. Rough. Okay. They just immediately go for the High Tide, meaning that we are now on the search for quick interaction. I don't feel pressured right now, like on turn 3, so I'm not gonna try to leave up Dispute or anything like that, but I am gonna play this Aqueduct because it allows me to hold up Counterspell next turn. They just go for a naked Peer Through Depths? That seems wrong. For Ideas Unbound? Okay. I guess they're trying to dodge interaction. I guess I'll just play the land and pass. Luckily, we do have a counterspell, but unfortunately, there are still plenty of things that can get us here. Oh, I guess I should have drawn some cards, right? Yeah, that was probably a mistake. I mean, honestly, I don't even know if it was a mistake. What am I thinking about? I'm thinking about like them tapping my land, but that would mean that they would need double, what's it called? You know what I'm talking about. Psychic Puppetry. I'll just play a land and attack. Get in for 2. And right now, they know we are some sort of artifact deck because we cast a Fanatical Offering. Oh, and now I'm just thinking about it, right? I should have put a couple artifact lands into the mana base. That does not seem great for me. I guess I'll counter. I guess I don't really need to do that. I'll just sacrifice the map token, draw a couple cards. One of them is dead, unfortunately. Let's try again. I need to find another counterspell here. Okay, we did. That's good. So probably just playing another Snacker? Try to increase the clock, or an Ichor Wellspring. probably just play another snacker, right? Okay, so I feel like we are probably going to do this dance for a while where they are going to try to set up a situation where they get to do it all. And they honestly don't need to go for it until we are on the verge of killing them. So they are going hidden strings on a couple of my lands. So that is pretty annoying, especially because then they can just go to second main and I no longer have a counter spell. But I only have 3 blue sources, so if I counter that, it doesn't work regardless. I guess I'll Eviscerators inside one of the snackers. Okay, that doesn't help at all. Yeah, that actually literally does not help. I can't even Eviscerators back. Yeah, I guess I just float the mana and let them do their thing. And then now they just get to go for it. I don't have any castable spells, unfortunately. And they just go for it on second main. 1 High Tide, 2 High Tides. Okay, they're going off of a single Psychic Puppetry. Okay, now they found another one. All right, so I'm gonna let them do their thing and I'll be back here in a moment to see if we died or not. All right, and after a few minutes, our opponents got it. Let's go to the post sideboard games. Unfortunately, I am theoretically playing a good deck, but I chose the wrong tools for this matchup, meaning that I have a deck packed with removal spells and a sideboard packed with hate towards other decks, and none of the cards that I have are actually going to be very relevant here. I guess we're just trying to play off of the back of dispels and counter spells, but we don't have a clock that's really super fast. I guess I'll bring in the other Thorn, and that's it. Let's try to get our opponent. All right, I would love to be on the play. This is a hand that I don't get to keep. Yeah, this hand is not great either. I am gonna keep it though, just because of the triple counter spell, but I do need quite a bit of help in just finding the other blue mana to cast this. Okay, Cryogen Relic certainly helps. Land, but not the color that I want. Bojuka Bog is not great. Am I just taking a redraw here? Probably, right? Yep. Just crack this immediately. Okay, Unexpected Fangs. That's rough. I'll play the Bojuka Bog. I don't think it's going to make a difference. At least I'll get an untapped land, a tapped land out of my hand. Merchant Scroll. Finding High Tide. Sure. Okay. There's the colored land that we wanted. Let's see if it's going to be enough. And right now, I think I'll probably pretty aggressively try to counterspell my opponent. Again, problem is I do not have a clock in play, and I keep drawing the wrong color of land. Yep. This does not feel like a winning line. Feels like we're just gonna end up in the same situation as last game, where eventually opponent gets to tap down my blue sources and I die. Yep, that's exactly what I mean. So in doing this, they are losing a Psychic Puppetry, but they have 2 more in hand. Yeah, I mean, that just works. There's not much that I can do about that. And now they just get to kill us. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit through this again. Show me like 2 draw spells and I'll concede. Okay, I'm fine. I'm out of here. I'm not gonna keep going against this. Again, this I don't feel like was a good matchup. I had 5 total pieces of interaction in the whole deck that did something. And unfortunately, we got a little screwed on colors. But it is what it is. Again, we have the tools to fight the deck, but the deck is just too reliant. And not too reliant, too resilient, I mean. We are now 0-2. Let's see if we can bounce back. All right, welcome back to round number 3. We are on the draw against Pjey 1112. This is a pretty good hand, I feel like. Colors, interaction, Lorien. Everything seems fine. And it is White Heroic. Okay. Counterspell is not bad either. So I'm just hoping they don't have any sort of pro-black immediately, which they clearly do. Rough. Yep. Benevolent Blessing turn 2. So it's going to be one of those games then. Their clock is not very fast right now, but the fact that I was on the draw means that I don't get to kill their creature. I will just take 1 damage. That is perfectly fine. Armored Armadillo. Yes, that's fine too. I guess I'll just cycle this Suffocating Fumes right now. Okay, Modern Age is not bad. Kami of Jealous Thirst, on the other hand, is pretty bad. I guess I'll just play the Modern Age and I'll hold up a Dispel here, but I don't imagine it's going to do much good. So now is their window to pump this Laguna Band Trailblazer. I'll probably just get rid of the Dispel, actually, because it doesn't do anything. Solid Footing, okay. So that's not too bad yet, but if they have one of the Vigilance enchantments, then we are in big trouble. Gift of the Fae. Okay, that's just a pump spell with a creature attached. Take 6. Play the Fae. Yep, play the Fae. Okay. All right, so Psycho, what am I looking for here? Like, what is my game plan? Modern Age, unfortunately, no longer blocks. I mean, block profitably, right? Again, we are in a situation where I am one turn too slow, I feel like. So the Kami of Jealous Thirst could be decent if we just start draining our opponent and stopping them from resolving things. Yeah, honestly, I feel like I'll probably just get rid of the Cast Down, play a land, play Ichor Wellspring. Okay, drew another counterspell anyway. Do not care about another Laguna Band Trailblazer. I'll take 5. And am I trying to kill the Fairy Guide Mother here? Probably just want another land drop. Bajuka Bog is not bad, but it's not going to be what I'm going for right now, I don't feel like. Well, that might not be true. Let's play another Modern Age. Yeah, I don't think I want this right now. And I'll pass the turn. So now I get to possibly kill the Armadillo if they try to pump it. Emerge unscathed. Yep, that's not great. That demands a counterspell. But now I am fully at the mercy of chump blocking my opponent. Oh, and they hit the land drop here too. Yep. So I guess this is just like a chump here sort of situation. Bump the Armadillo. Yep. And now I feel like I'm just dead. Yep. All right. So unfortunate, they just had the Pro Black on turn 2 and I couldn't do anything else. So Extract a Confession comes in. Probably Thorn of the Black Rose comes in too. Suffocating Fumes doesn't seem great. What else? Unexpected Fangs. I don't feel it's going to be great. There is going to be a lot of protection flying around, right? Yeah, maybe I'm just missing more. Maybe I don't need the Thorns. Probably get rid of like one Ichor Wellspring and just try to play it like this. I am definitely feeling the lack of more main deck interaction in the form of Spell Pierce. Because I had one flex slot in the deck, and I was going back and forth between playing like one Negate, one Spell Pierce, one Dispel. I ended up choosing the Dispel, which I think is the correct choice based on the decks that we faced. But I just don't know about the rest of the card suite. All right, so let's get to it. This is a hand that has like some card advantage and stuff, but absolutely no removal. I think this is not a hand that I get to keep. And this has the same problem again. Has our opponent capped? They capped their 7. I guess I'm fishing one more time. What is happening? I do have removal spells in my deck. I have more removal spells now than I did before even. Nope. Whoop. Get rid of Thorn and Angler. Yeah, well. Guess I'm praying my Relic and Insight and stuff does its job. There is the Laguna Band, and just gonna play the Relic right now. Okay, there's a Kami. That can be good eventually. Deathblade Elite, sure. Cartouche, sure. Take 2. Draw some cards. Try to mitigate our mulligan to 5. Okay. That's not great, but okay. That's another enchantment. So I'm currently taking 6. And a Spirit Link. Okay, opponent going all in. So I'm taking 7. I don't care about the life gain, but I do care about the extra body size. Deck. Where are my removal spells? Guess I'll play a Sneaky Snacker, hold up counterspell. Mask of Law and Grace. Yeah. That is not something that I have the luxury of letting resolve. So I'm just kind of hoping they don't have another one. They just have an Ethereal Armor. Dang, okay. That's a big body. 11-15. Oh, I'm just dead, aren't I? Yeah, they just goldfished me turn 4. Yep, because now I don't get to block it and I'm just dead. Wow. Okay. Yep. I didn't consider that. And now we can see the problem of playing with things like artifacts and the black draw spells instead of cantrips is that you don't get to shape your hand to do the things that you need. And we didn't hit a removal spell. Mulligan to 5, didn't find anything, and just died on turn 4. Rough. Okay. I'm just gonna wait for opponent to actually provoke my snacker, but yeah. And I need to block it here if able, meaning that I am dead exactly. Alright, we are now 0-3. That wasn't great. Let's go to round number 4, try to redeem ourselves. Alright, welcome to round number 4. We are on the play against Pjey. I get the feeling this hand is fine. I guess I'll lead on Island. Oh no, that was objectively a mistake. I should have led on Swamp because of Snuff Out. Sure, I guess I'll play the Cryogen Relic right away. That's good. Snacker is pretty good. So is this Affinity? Is this... Okay, it is Affinity. All right. What you got for me? Black Mage's Rod. Sure. So I guess I'll just play the Snacker, and I am going to kill this right away. All right, we're back. I had to stop for a little bit because there was a loud car outside that wouldn't let me record properly. Our opponent played a Refurb. I'm just going to discard this Snuff Out. I don't feel like it's going to be very good. And, okay, opponent Thoughtcasts, and they do have another land drop. All right, so I am going to attack here. I don't care if opponent blocks. They don't. In which case, I'll just play another Wellspring, and oh, I guess I played the wrong land, huh? Guess I'll just play a Relic. Okay, that's fine. Maybe I should have held back to block? Yeah, okay, so now they just equipped. They're going to try to aggro me? Okay, another Snacker is not bad. Attack. So, play a Fanatical Offering. Draw a bunch of cards. All right, now I guess I'll just play a Snacker and, I don't know, try to put the map token on this one. My turn wasn't really clean. I don't feel like I want another Cryogen Relic. I'll just send that to the graveyard for Gurmag Angler fuel. Oof, Galv Blast my face. That's very aggressive. Sure. Thoughtcast. Yep. This Black Mage's Rod can just straight up kill me. Okay, another Thoughtcast. Enforcer, okay. And a Cryogen Relic. So now I am just dead to a Galvanic Blast. No attack. Makes sense. Guess I'll Aqueduct. No. Jeez. That's not what I meant to do. I was going to Modern Age first, but it is what it is. I made my choice. I'm sure I'll discard the island, try to get in for 3, and I will play a Gurmag Angler. I'll get rid of a Fanatical Offering in my graveyard, but I don't feel like that matters too much here. I am more concerned to just die into 5 spells being cast. Bargain, sacrificing the Relic. Okay. Another Mirror Enforcer, sure. Another Black Mage's Rod. Yeah, I feel like that's too much. If opponent has a Galvanic Blast, so be it. But I guess I'm actually just dead to Galvanic Blast multiple ways, right? If they have it, they have it. Nile Spellbomb's fine. Krark, okay. So I'm at 2 life now. Okay, Cast Down maybe buys me some time. Maybe. But opponent's at 15 now. I guess I'll discard the Lorien. The Eviscerator is inside my Cryogen Relic. Draw a bunch of cards. That is not what I was looking for. I'm looking for Unexpected Fangs. But unfortunately, I think that's not an out anymore. Because I don't have the mana now. My plan was to like kill the Refurb with Cast Down, get in for 4. Because then at 6, I am much more stable. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything I can do now. because of the Krark, but I guess I'll make the play. So, Modern Age, Kami. I mean, that works, right? It's not great, but it works. So, play the Kami, drain for 2, and I don't think I get to attack. Yep, I don't get to attack still. But depending on what my opponent has in hand, it is definitely possible to just take over the game with the Kami of Jealous Thirst if they don't pop the Krarkland Shaman. Maybe the Kami of Jealous Thirst should just be in another combination of colors. I know that sounds kind of weird to say, but I don't know. I almost feel like the problem with this deck is that I tried to add blue to it, and I should maybe just be trying to play more of a black mid-rangey deck, sort of like a Gardens variety type of thing. Okay, that's really bad. Are you gonna kill everything? Maybe you sacrifice the clue first? Yeah, I feel like our opponent didn't think their turn through. They just went for it. Pop the clue. Reckoner's Bargain. Okay, we are down to 2. All right, so everything dies. I'm still at 2. Sacrifice the clue. Did you find it? No, it's another Krark. Okay. Ooh, second cast down is actually very good. Okay. I am discarding that. Now, I guess I go Cryogen first. Snacker, sure. So, cast down the Refurb, cast down the Krark, get in for 5. Opponent just plays another land. Refurb. Sure, I'll discard my Snacker. That's fine. I imagine you pop the Nile Spellbomb now. Equip the Rod? Sure. Do you have a spell to drop me to 1 life? Ooh, that's a pretty good one. And still gives you an out. Oh, they just had the Spellbomb. Rough. Yeah, so I just died to the Black Mage's Rod. That's terrifying. In that case, then, that's not great. So again, I didn't sideboard very well for this type of matchup. I guess the snuff outs are not going to be great. Guess I'll bring in the Thorns as it is a grindy matchup. And don't really know if I'm looking at Blue Blast, Fairy Macabre, Arms. 61. I guess I'll just submit the 61. I think it's fine. All right. I would like to play first, yes. This hand seems fine. It's a pretty stock mid-rangey hand. Lots of card draw. Let's hope that's good enough. But yeah, Black Mage's Rod is not a card that I had considered, and it is a big problem for us. I'll just... I should have played the Relic first, probably, because of mana requirement. Blood Fountain, sure. Play the Aquifer, pass the turn. 2 mana for an Ichor Wellspring, sure. Ooh, no third land drop. Okay. I will Fanatical Offering, draw a bunch of cards. There's a Kami, there's a Snacker. So I'm going Modern Age. That is draw number 2. Another Snacker, sure. Discard Snacker and play Cryogen Relic to draw a card and bring Snacker back. Okay, we're doing the thing now. Okay, opponent found their 3rd land drop. There's the Black Mage's Rod and the Nile Spellbomb. Sure. I will discard the Snacker. So that was draw number 2. Let's see if they are interested in stopping me from getting my Snacker back. They are not. Or maybe they are. They are. Good. Okay. So they pop the Spellbomb. I lose my Snacker, but I do get to play my Kami and activate it immediately and get in for 2. Another Black Mage's Rod, okay. Does this come with a... No. No removal yet. That's pretty good. Okay. Ah, darn. Okay. Okay, that sucks, but still not the end of the world. Guess I'll... Honestly, maybe just play the Thorn. Yeah, I guess I'm fine with that. So get in for 2, play Thorn, hold up something, draw a card, Gurmag Angler, okay. Yeah, maybe the Kami should be in some sort of, like, grindy... what am I discarding here? Probably just a Swamp, right? Like some sort of grindy black deck, Nutrient Block, Cauldron Familiar. Yeah, you get to do the thing. Like Black Mage's Rod. Black Mage's Rod seems so good. No attacks. In which case I will Eviscerator's Insight. Another Kami's decent. Maybe not immediately, but eventually. So unfortunately, Galv Blast still gets me. I can map token. Let's try to do that. That just resolved, and unfortunately I didn't hit what I wanted. Yeah, I don't really know what I want to be doing here. 4 creatures is a ton, and I am just slowly dying to the Black Mage's Rod thing. Let's attack. Okay, opponent doesn't block. I will Unexpected Fangs here. Okay, that worked. So that's a 3-point life swing. That's 5 cards in the graveyard. So just cast the Gurmag Angler. Draw a card. Lorien revealed. Okay. Pyroblast. Pyroblast on the Sneaky Snacker. Sure. Okay, that makes sense. That's okay. A refurb number 2 is fine. Get rid of an island. Thoughtcast. Sure. Opponent gets to draw a card. I will draw a card as well with my relic. Okay. Wouldn't mind finding a counter spell here. Do you have a Galv Blast? Yep. So I guess I'm getting in with the Gurmag. Fangs it up. So I'm no longer the Monarch. My opponent's gonna end up bearing me in card advantage if I don't do anything. So just play the Kami. Maybe should have attacked with the Thorn too. I will just Bojuka Bog right now. I didn't draw any counter spells, did I? No. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna die with a bunch of card advantage in hand, and I'm gonna die to these 2 things that I'm not able to get off the board. Opponent immediately Nile Spell Bombs. Yep, not really anything I can do about it. So I guess they're looking for a Krark, and they get to draw a card. Sure. I'll probably just pass. Pass back to me, I mean. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5. Cast Lorien. Negate. Okay. Cast the Dispel. Do you have a Red Blast? Really? Do you have another Negate? Rough. Okay. Bunch of counter magic. Okay. So play here. I need to get in for some damage. And I guess I'll get rid of the Thorn as well. Is that fine? They crack the Blood Fountain to get that back, right? So I guess I'm just offering here. Drain 2. I guess I'll keep the map around. I don't know if I should have brought in some number of Blue Blasts. My opponent hasn't cast any cast downs or things of the like yet, so I don't really know if they have them in their deck. That's a hit for 3, sure. And they get to draw another card. Okay, I'll just take my draw as well. Okay, cast down is not bad. I guess I'll just try to Lorien up again. Okay, this time it resolves. Let's drain 2 more. Cast down on the Enforcer. I imagine there's a sacrifice effect coming. There certainly is. And I am actually going to Island Cycle this last one because I have a bunch of card advantage in hand already. And I am going to kill this hero token too. Maybe I should have started there. Yeah, I think that would have made more sense, right? That's a Galv Blast at the Kami. Sure. And is there a sacrifice effect too? Doesn't seem to be. Nice. Okay. So I'm the Monarch again. It's not going to last very long, but I think the most important thing was that I got the 6th life. There's my counterspell. Okay. So I need to not lose my Gurmag Angler this turn. I don't mind losing the Monarchy. Losing the Gurmag Angler hurts. And I have 2 more Kamis in the deck still. Opponent attacks back as expected, sure. They get to take the Monarchy again. I do need to play faster too, because I am 2 minutes behind on clock and we still have a possible game 3 to play. Makeshift Munitions. That card is scary. That can actually kill my Gurmag right now. Nile Spellbomb. 1 card left in hand. And they just pass the turn. Okay. Okay, so we are just passing. I guess I could have cracked the map first. Don't know if I want to do that just yet. Are you just taking it? That feels so good for me. Okay. So now I fully feel like we have the game on lock. I am going to Cryogen Relic, take my draw, tap down the refurb, play a Sneaky Snacker, pass the turn. Ooh. Didn't think about that one. Reckoner's Bargain. Sure. You're going to shoot my... You're gonna Pyroblast the Snacker? Sure. Okay. Don't really care about that one that much. I already took all my draws, so I'm fine with that. Mirror Enforcer. Okay. What is this? Pop the Blood Fountain? Sure. Enforcer and Refurb come back. Fine. Sure, I guess. Probably get rid of... What? Lorien? Another Refurb? Okay, now I'll respond. There's more? Oh, you're gonna equip, right? Okay. Yeah, that Blood Fountain was a lot. Darn. Okay. I do need something else to do here. So, Modern Age. Good lord. No. Cryogen Relic. Another Modern Age. Alright, I'll cast it. Another Counterspell. Yikes. I'm not really worried about the counterspells. I'm just worried about everything else on my opponent's side. I'll just get rid of a counterspell, I guess. Play the Ichor Wellspring. Ooh, that's a good card. Unfortunately, it is a little late. Like one draw too late. Now my question becomes, am I trying to deck out my opponent? And honestly, I feel like I might be. Okay, equips the Black Mage's Rod. Sure. Am I taking 6? I am taking 6. Does that put me in Letho? No, right? 5, 6, 7. No. But it's pretty close though. I do feel like I have to counter that one. Although I am dead to Galvanic Blast off the top there. Okay, so draw, discard, draw, discard. What am I trying to do here, huh? Probably offering the Wellspring. There's the other Gurmag Angler, finally. Okay. So go to attacks. Probably is going to be like a double block situation. Yep. Tap like this, Suffocating Fumes. Okay. I don't feel like you needed to do that. You should just send them at my face, no? Okay. So we're just trading. Oh, so okay. So opponent is looking to kill my Gurmag Angler without losing their enforcers. Makes sense. Okay. So they don't lose their enforcers. Second main, I get to go Angler. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pay the black. Play the Kami. Drain for 2. Play Bajuka Bog. Pass the turn. I don't have a lot of time to win the game. I might just deck. Equip the Rod, sure. Ichor Wellspring, okay, that's just a redraw. That's fine. I will counter that. Because it leaves them with no cards in hand. Ooh, they're attacking? Yeah, I didn't think so. Attacking seems like a bad choice. Okay. Pass the turn. Get my dudes. I'm not going to think too hard on this. I'm just going to make the place. You're going to shoot at me? Sure. Oh, shoot at the Gurmag Angler? Okay. In that case, I'll just attack like this. You need to block the Angler. Yep. They trade. You lose a life. I take the Monarchy. Now I get to go 2, 3, 4, 5, activate this, and pass the turn. Draw a card. Opponent's at 3. Ichor's fine. Ichor again is fine. Refurb is fine. I'll just discard the Thorn. Great. So drain for 2, untap, kill our opponent. Okay. So now we need to do that again on a game 3. Well, given how many blasts we saw, I do feel like I'm going to bring mine in too. Not all of them, maybe just some. We are on the draw now. Snackers are good. Ichors are good. Maybe I'll cut like one Ichor Wellspring, bring a couple Blue Blasts. I don't really want to cut threats. Suffocating Fumes felt good when we drew it. Counterspell is... Maybe I'll cut like one Counterspell. Counterspell is amazing, but when I am playing to go late like this, I don't know how great it is. This is fine. I am going to have to play real fast here. Opponent starts with the Spell Bomb. That's fine. I was going to do something else, but drawing the Modern Age is very good. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have played that. Because I just opened myself up to getting red blasted. Sure, that's fine. If I had time to think, I would have probably played the Ichor Wellspring, but it is what it is. Probably get rid of the Cast Down. Okay, land is great. And honestly, with them holding mana like this, I think I'll just play the Kami. I will just play the Kami naked like this, because it right now it only dies to Galvanic Blast. And if they don't, okay, they did have it. But I was going to say, if they don't have it, it's so good for me. Cryogen, draw, land, please. No land, rough. Pass the turn. Thoughtcast, sure. Ooh, Mirror Enforcer, rough. And another refurb, dang. Okay. Probably have to get rid of something here. Just probably the Wellspring. That's a strong start from our opponent. Take a draw, that's not what I want to see. Play the Modern Age. Come on. Oh, Lord. That's not what I want to see either. I'm probably just discarding the counterspell here. That sucks. I'm gonna get beaten by this draw. Take 8. Go down to 8 already. Rough. The third one in a row. Ay. And there's another Enforcer. Yeah, there's the land that we won, but I do feel like it's just too late now. Yep. So, unfortunately, we didn't get there. It was a pretty good game, but it was very sad that we just got completely run over in game number 3. But sometimes it happens. We are now 0-4. Let's see if we can put at least one victory on the board here. Okay, so welcome to round number 5. We're playing literally just for the glory of not going 0-5. And it seems we are playing against either Ponza or Gru Ramp, or possibly Elves. Some Elves lists have been playing Arbor Elf, and it does seem to be Ramp. Yep, Avenging Hunter, Crew Shock, land, and you meet in a tavern. So it is Gru Ramp. At least I'm not gonna get my lands blown up. Opponent just chooses Forest, and immediately goes into another Rumble. And they take a Wild Growth. Sure, probably just gonna play a Relic here. Okay, so that's the thing that I was mentioning, right? Too many sources of card advantage and not enough action spells. That's rough. Opponent has all the mana in the world, so if they want to go turn 3 Avenging Hunter, they can, and they do. Is this a red deck, or are you just going green? It is red. Okay. So, what am I trying to do here? Trying to hit a Snuff Out, probably? So, Eviscerator's Insight. Counterspell is not good right now. And that's not good either. In which case, I will just play the Bojuka Bog, get rid of that Crew Shock in the graveyard, and I'll discard a couple cards here. Wellspring, and honestly, probably just another Wellspring. Yeah, but this is not great. The turn 3 Avenging Hunter is really strong. Okay, at least there's no Boarding Party. There's no Cascade either. So what is it? Is it a Chrysalis? I would imagine it's a Chrysalis. Yep, sure is. And is there more? There is more. Please, not another Avenging Hunter. It is another Avenging Hunter. Oh, it's just a Saga Wildling. Just a Saga Wildling, sure. Alright, well, I'm comfortable conceding here. Our opponent completely ran us over. We had a slow start and they did not. So, Extract a Confession comes in. Dispel doesn't seem great. Guess I just needed to keep different cards. Unexpected Fangs is fine. I can probably cut back on a Kami. And probably just cut on an Ichor Wellspring too. Thorn of the Black Rose is decent. Guess I'll cut another Ichor for another Thorn. And call it good there. I'm not super worried about Red Blasts in this matchup. That's not great. Don't have a second land. That's also not great, but I feel like I keep it. Just get rid of the Bojuka Bog and go. Yeah, I feel like, well, I'm going to save some of my thoughts for the end of the video, but I already found a lot of problems with the deck. That was an excellent draw. So, gonna cast it down. Killing my opponent's first play is very good in this deck. Sure. Okay, that's not bad either. Am I looking to plop down a Snacker or try to guarantee a turn 4 Thorn of the Black Rose? I guess I'll actually go Snacker, yeah. Yeah, I think Snacker is the better option here. 3 mana for... no, just 3. Jewel Thief, sure. Is there a follow-up? There doesn't seem to be. Modern Age, eh? Sure. I'll go Modern Age first. Land, please. No land, but that's a decent card. I'll get rid of the Unexpected Fangs. I'll get in for 2. Is this a Chrysalis? Ooh, Nyxborn Hydra, huh? So it doesn't make much of a difference if I kill it now or later, but I am gonna kill it now. Gonna save me and my opponent some time here. Untapped land. Still no untapped land. Alright, deck. So I guess I got rid of one of them. And I don't get to do the whole thing unless... Yeah, that's okay. Fine. I'll just cast the Gourmet Angler right now. There you are. No attacks. Opponent has missed a land drop last turn. Okay, they get to find one now. Plays their mountain. Plays no Chrysalis. Damn it. Every time. That's a good magic card. Land. Help. Someone send help. I guess I'll Relic. Attempt to hit that land drop. Ay, ay, ay. Pass the turn. I don't think we're doing badly, but I am a little... Is this another one? Okay. Yeah, so those Chrysalises are huge now. They're 6/7s. Are you gonna hardcast a... Okay. Still no attacks. Deck, help me out. Come on. Okay. So that at least does something. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's going to be enough. I couldn't have even attacked profitably. Oh, that's a smart place to put it. And still no attacks, huh? Okay. Okay, so I'm at 5 mana, not 6. That is a big deal. Unfortunately, I do think I just need to pass. And then try to do something with like Relic plus Cast Down, Counterspell, something along those lines at the end of turn. But that does mean I'm taking 5 here. No. Come on. Yikes. Okay, that's getting a Counterspell for sure. That is an attack with just an Avenging Hunter. So I guess I'll Cryogen Relic first before I decide what I want to do. Another Snacker is not what I'm looking for. I guess I'll take it. Yep. Lorien Revealed. Okay. So now I do get to go Thorn into Hold Up Cast Down. The Avenging Hunter is not attacking, but opponent is drawing an extra card. Okay. That is pretty good. So opponent gets to draw a card, and I have to think about how I want to do things now. Is it just everybody coming in? Okay. Opponent trying to decide if this is what they want to do or not. Yeah, this is a rough game, man. The Snuff Out might actually save me here. Because I'm going to be able to decimate my opponent's board here if they commit to this attack. Because I get to go... Yep, okay. So I get to block here to eat the Jewel Thief. Block here to kill one of the Chrysalis. And then before damage, I get to kill both of their other attackers. I actually should have chump blocked the Chrysalis, right? In case this doesn't work. Nice. Okay, opponent has a Jewel Thief. That's fine. What is this? Pyroblast the Relic, so I can't tap the Avenging Hunter. Okay, alright. So, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that actually seems a little greedy, huh? Guess I'll just attack with the Snacker. I'll take the initiative. Okay. Then I get to go second main phase, Fanatical Offering here. Snacker comes back. Nice. Extract a Confession is pretty good. Let's play the land that we got. Let's play the Sneaky Snacker. And let's extract a Confession. 2, 6. Because then I get to kill the Avenging Hunter. And I guess I could have done this first, right? I'll just pump my Vector Glider. What is it? Kami of Jealous Thirst. No, leave that one on top. That is a good card. That's a passing of the turn. I will go into Forge because I am looking to get this game over with ASAP. Pump up my Vector Glider. 5 mana, cast my Lorien Revealed. See if I hit a counterspell or something. There is a counterspell. Okay. So, guess I'll get in for... So, can I... So, this is 5, 10, 12, 14. Oh, I can just attack with everybody. Okay. And if opponent doesn't block, they are dead to the Kami of Jealous Thirst in my hand. Okay. Play the Kami. Activate the Kami. All right. We got there. Woo! So now we need to do that again on the draw. I don't think that's going to be easy. But, I mean, let's try. I'll just cut the Maybe I shouldn't even... Yeah, my opponent said that Snuff Out and Cast Down in Hand saved me. Yup. I mean, that's what the cards are in the deck for, right? Turned the game around in my favor. Now, I am looking for a Snuff Out hand. Okay, so this is... I think I got to fish once. Opponent capped 7, I am gonna mulligan. Oof, mulligan again. Okay, I mean, this hand is pretty good. I'll send back a couple land. No, I'll send back a land and a snacker. But that is pretty good. I do get to go Snuff Out on 1 if I need to. Guess not just yet. Fanatical Offering is probably the best draw right now, because it just allows me to go Snacker on 2 and then Offering on 3. Another Wild Growth into a 3-drop, into a Cycling of a Sagu. So I feel like there will be a Chrysalis in my future. Ooh, it's just a Crew Shock. That is fine for me. Cryogen Relic. So I guess I'll get in for 2. Do I play the Relic? Do I play the Modern Age? There's a lot of choices that I get to make now. The fact that they had 5 mana and just played a Crew Shock instead of something else. Maybe they're holding Red Blast? I guess I'll just take the draws now, playing around Red Blast. That's fine. Play this, pass the turn. I don't think I'm interested in sacrificing my map token just yet. Maybe that's not right. Rumble. Ooh, they do have Pyroblast. And there's an Avenging Hunter. Okay. They chose the Hydra. Alright. I am going to snuff this out right now. Hydra for 4. Hydra for 4. Sure. Take a draw. That's fine. Play the Modern Age. Get rid of Contaminated Aquifer. Kill the Nyxborn. And I'm just doing it like this so that in case they have an Avenging Hunter or something, they are afraid to cast it. Or they are forced to go like Avenging Hunter and Pyroblast my Snacker, which seems to be what's happening. You meet in a tavern. Sure. They get a Crew Shock and an Arbor Elf. Okay. That's a little underwhelming. So they still have a Crew Shock in hand. And they have a Crew Shock in the graveyard too. Okay, Modern Age, do your thing. Yep. I mean, sure. I'll discard that, get some free value from it. I guess I could have cracked the map token in case I hit another one off the top. So Snacker Backer. I will do this now. Fanatical Offering. Nope. You can leave that one on the top. That seems great for me. Hit for 3. There's the Crew Shock we knew about. Is it going to be followed up by another play? I honestly do feel like my opponent just has like a Red Blast. Okay, it is the Avenging Hunter now. Alright, okay. So they've put their creatures on the board, but I am going to be able to take it. And then the question becomes, what do I do afterwards? I guess I'm going to take some draws first and then try to figure it out. Removal spells. No removal spells. I could just try to race my opponent. Yeah, I think I'm good with that. Let's spread it out a little bit. Unexpected Fangs. No, you can leave that one on top. That might be my last point of damage. So I'm just gonna go... Oh, yeah, I messed up, right? Because do I get to not do the thing? Search your library. It's a mandatory trigger. Rough. Okay. Well, all right. I mean, that's not really what I wanted to do, but so be it. So right now, I am not worried about anything that doesn't either gain my opponent life or has reach. Because I just have 8 damage on board and a counter spell in hand. Yeah, we win a game. Let's go to the final thoughts. So, what did we think? Bad mana curve. So, I'm trying to do 2 different things here. I'm trying to play tap out control by playing like a bunch of Ichor Wellsprings and draw spells, thinking that I'm Jund Wildfire. At the same time, I'm playing counter spells and like activated ability creatures. So not great. That was not a mix that worked. Also, our mana curve was just absolutely chock full of 2s. Too many 2s. There is a reason why when you're playing with things like Terror and Fey and whatnot, you have a bunch of 1-drops and cantrips and the like. Our deck was just too slow out of the gate. If I had to redo the build, would I? No, I don't think this is good. But if I had to redo the build with the idea of playing with Kami of Jealous Thirst again in a blue-black shell, I would probably add more spell pierces and things of the like, and cut back on the Ichor Wellsprings. You saw over the course of the matches, a lot of the time we were just siding these out for more impactful cards. I also concede that I didn't sideboard the best. I built the sideboard focusing very specifically on red decks and small creature decks, and it just didn't do it enough. I did not bring any of the cards that maybe could have worked better against Affinity, such as a No and things of the like. I didn't sideboard against High Tide, or didn't even have a plan for High Tide, as I am wont to do, unfortunately. It's one of my biggest flaws in the current metagame, I think. I do think the deck is fun, and while I was playing, as I mentioned, there were many moments where I wanted to just be playing like a black Kami of Jealous Thirst deck, like a mono black drain control deck, sort of like Gardens, but worse, but that played with Kami of Jealous Thirst and maybe Cauldron Familiar and things of the like. Regardless, this was a great experiment. I was thinking about playing with this card for a while now, probably like over a month, and I just kept pushing it into later and later into the month of September. And then because of the event that I had and everything, I just sort of gave up on the deck that month. But now it's here. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any good deck building decisions that you think would work well here. And I hope to hear from you. Thank you very much. I hope you stay excellent and have an excellent day. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. Drink water. Do something that makes you happy today. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.